Hello people, what's up? So today people, let us do your quick amendments of whatever is there in EBCL. There are only from your supplement point of view, what the institute has given, there are only two amendments, people. Yeah, one is a little major amendment and one is like a very ignorable amendment. So what I've made a notes for you. I will also be giving you that particular link for you to download that in the description, so you guys can download also, so that it saves your time. If any doubts if you guys have during this particular session after watching everything, feel free to reach out. Yes people. Okay, now people, as and when so I've made a quick notes for you guys people. So whatever is the amendment, so as and you when you get this amendment people, make sure first whatever I say, whatever I'm striking it off, make sure you guys strike it off in your notes as well. So this head to toe, completely strike it off. Yes, we will not be referring that. And so in this page, strike down this, completely strike off this as well. Yes, schedule 2 and schedule 3, strike it down. And here strike down this, and this and this as well, strike it off. This entire sheet people, you can absolutely strike it off. Yes, this entire sheet. This also you can strike it off, strike it down. This part, strike it off. This part, strike it off. This part, strike it off. Okay, sufficient. Yes, so once you guys see, make sure know what and all to strike off, then strike off, and rest of it and all is important for us. Yes, rest and all we'll refer to it. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay. Yes, people. So let us start your amendment part. So what has been amended in EBCL, people? Amendment in EBCL, people, there are amendments in two chapters. One people is in ODI chapter 6, and the next one is in Consumer Protection Act. Consumer Protection Act is just a one liner amendment, people. There is nothing absolutely. There are some limits are changed. People, ODI is a little important. You can expect one question also. Now, when we are doing this provision itself, I'll be telling where you can expect the question also. So pause that, make sure you understand that, and then only go forward. What I suggest you people, first take a printout as and when you get this, you're opening this video, take a printout of whatever is the material I'm giving you, have it in front of you. If at all you guys want to make some entries, whatever you like preferring to, you make your notes according to your thing. And so once you have the printout ready, watch the entire video in 1x speed. Do not do it at 1.25, 1.5. When you are doing it at 1.25, 1.5, always remember, you will be understanding the speed I am talking. Yes, you will be understanding the English, not EBCL. Always keep that in mind. The first time should never be in 1.5x or 1.75x. If that is the case, even I can also talk like this, right? If that is the case, even I can also talk like that. Why should we also keep it very slow, very steady? Because the first time study should always be a little, slowly only. Yes. So once that is made, people, after that also, this topic might require, you might have to watch once again. Or if you are okay with the first time, then absolutely fine. The second time, if you want, then watch 1.25, 1.5x, that works. Is this clear, people? But from whatever is the amendment point of view, I've made everything clear. It would be easy for you to just take a print and sit, and more than sufficient. Do not panic. Yes, people. Okay, done. So let us start your amendments, people. Okay, sir. Now, what is the amendment, people? People, if you remember, this was the notes we had referred. Chapter 6 ODI. Yes, sir. Now this entire part has been amendment, people. Now we will not be referring. So if at all you guys have made a notes for chapter 6, you can straight away strike it off like this. Absolutely, they have replaced everything, people. Yes. Now, sir. Now what has been changed? So there is no chapter at all. It is the same people, but they have made here and there amendments. Yes, sir. Overall, if you see, yes, the language changes a little. But what, why and all we'll see. Okay, sir. Now people, first we used to refer to something called as overseas direct investment. Now what they have made, people, FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Overseas Investment Rules 2022. So these are the new rules that has been introduced, people. Now because the new rules have been introduced, what has been replaced, sir? Old one. People, foreign exchange management, transfer or issue of any foreign security regulation 2004, FEMA, acquisition and transfer of immovable property outside India regulation 2015. So if you want to acquire securities outside India, if you want to acquire properties outside India, whatever were the regulations earlier, now that has been replaced by this new rules. So when I say new rules, what exactly has come, people? So in the new rules, people, they have introduced these things. Overseas investments are now governed by FEMA Overseas Investment Rules 2022, Overseas Investment Regulation 2022, Foreign Exchange Management Overseas Investment Directions 2022. These three have been introduced. But do not worry, people. What is, whatever, they have not given all three majorly to you. Wherever whatever is given, that alone we will see. Yes, people, I hope you guys know the difference between rules and regulations. We had seen it in the class only. Always remember, rules is given by central government. Regulation is always given by the statutory authority or the regulatory authority of that particular industry. So this entire FEMA part, who was taking care? It was being taken care by RBI. So regulations are always given by the authority, that is RBI. Yes, sir. So you can take it like this. Wherever rules are there, it is governed by central government. Wherever regulations are there, it will be governed by RBI. Yes, just remember that one thing. Wherever it is important, I will tell you. Okay, sir. Now, people, I am going to explain in a layman's language. Yes, so that you guys understand as well. Okay. Now, earlier, people, what used to happen? Whenever a PROI, that is from a person resident outside India, it can be an entity or an individual, whenever they were investing into India, we used to call this as FDI. Yes, sir. So in the same way, whenever a PRI, a person resident in India, it can be an individual or it can be a entity, that is a company or a LLP or any such thing. Sir, if they are investing outside India, so this is in India, sir, this is outside India. If they are investing, in this case, people, we used to term it as ODI, Overseas Direct Investment. That is what was there in our previous class as well. If you remember this particular chart, a Indian party used to make a investment or a financial commitment in a joint venture or wholly owned subsidiary. Now, what has changed? People, if you remember earlier, a Indian company should have invested either in the joint venture or wholly owned subsidiary. Now, there is a change here. You can invest in a company even if it is not your joint venture also, or it is not your wholly owned subsidiary, meaning 5% investment can be made, 10% can be made. Yes, that is one change. Next one, sir, we had only one term, people, that is called ODI, Overseas Direct Investment. Now, if someone asks us what is overseas direct investment, people, we used to call it as all these things. It included equity, it included preference shares, it included loans. Imagine an Indian company is giving a loan to a foreign company. We used to call everything as ODI. Sir, we used to give a guarantee. Basically, we used to call all of this as financial commitment. Basically, if you remember. Now, people, they have made a clear distinction between what is equity, what is debenture, what should be called as ODI, what should be called as financial commitment. That is one amendment they have made. Is clear, people? Yes? Okay, people. So this was there. Now what is the new thing we will see, people? Okay. Okay. Overseas investments. Okay. Now people, if you look at your amendment, this definitions parts is not there. Few parts of definition is there. Few parts of definition is not there. I have added a few definitions so that now in the book, in the amendment, whatever they have given, for example, they have used the word called as financial service regulator, but they have not given what is the definition of financial service regulator. Now what I have done, people, so whichever is important for us to understand our provisions, have taken those definitions and have put in your syllabus. Is clear? But wherever I've taken it like beyond, it is not at all required, people, in those respective places, I would have only given as not in syllabus. So if at all not in syllabus is written, do not read. That's all. If you are feeling it is overburden. Yes, people? Okay. Okay, sir. Now, people, let us start, people. The first part is called as the definitions. When you are making a overseas direct investment, there are some definitions you need to know, it seems. Okay, what is that definition? People, in the definition, it is important, people. What? They have given you some terminologies, people. In this, five are very, very important. What is that? First one, people, is called as financial commitment. The second one, people, is called as ODI. The third one is called as, people, OPI. The fourth one is called as, people, OI. What is that, sir? Something and all you have written. What is that? Everything we'll see. But these four things are very, very important. In that, you can expect a question, people, from financial commitment. I'm putting a small Q here. ODI, a big Q here. Important, read and go. And the other two, it can be ignored also. I mean, it's not very, very important. There is nothing. But they can ask you a question like this also. They can ask you a 5-marker question and they can ask you to define all four. Or they can ask you to define these three. So in such way, all four will be important. But if a single question is asked, they'll ask you either ODI or FC. OP and OI is very less. But if they're asking you a one marker questions, then they can ask you OI also, OPI also. So these four are important. They have added. The fifth definition that you guys need to know is called as control. For now, there is one more, debt instruments. I'll tell you that also. People, these five are very, very important. Control also important. Mark a Q here. Okay, sir. Now, what is happening, people? They have defined these four things. Now, what is what? We'll clearly understand. Okay, sir. First thing, people, what shall we understand? First thing, let us understand something called as for financial commitment. What do you mean by a financial commitment? Financial commitment means, people, aggregate of investment by PRI, meaning, sir, a PRI is making some investments, it seems. He's making some investments. Okay, you have to add all the investments because they have asked aggregate. Okay, I have added everything, sir. What and all I need to add? Aggregate of investments by PRI by ODI. So whatever ODI is made by a PRI, that should be added. Okay. Next one, sir. Debt other than OPI. Sir, debt other than OPI. Debt other than OPI. The third one, people, non-fund based facilities. Non-fund based facilities. People, we are just starting that. Don't panic. Ayo, what and all you are telling, sir? Nothing is going inside. Everything will go inside. Don't even worry. Yes, people. So when a person resident in India is making a ODI, is making a debt, I mean, he's giving debt, people, other than OPI. The third one, people, non-fund based facilities. Non-fund based means, we'll see. People, fund based means where money is going. Non-fund based means, people, money is not going. Sir, without giving money, how can we make investment, people? People, non-fund based means, people, imagine a guarantee can be given, right? An Indian entity can give a guarantee on behalf of foreign entity. That is also allowed. That is also possible. Correct? So that is what they are telling. A non-fund based facility can also be given. Yes, sir. So, sir, what do you mean by FC? ODI, debt other than OPI, non-fund based facilities. Actually, write it down here only. What is financial commitment, people? Financial commitment is ODI plus debt other than OPI. Debt other than OPI. Debt other than OPI plus, people, non-fund based facilities. non-fund based facilities. Sir, all of this put together is called as people financial commitment. Simple definition. Sir, what is ODI, sir? We'll understand everything that you have it. Don't worry. Yes, sir. This is the first definition. Okay. The next definition is called as people ODI. Very, very important. Remember. Okay. What is ODI, people? People, look at the words used. First, I'll tell you. I'll just read. Next, I'll tell you what is the individual meaning. Then we'll go and write there so that everything is clear in the class itself. ODI means, people, acquisition of equity in an unlisted foreign entity. A PRI acquiring equity in an unlisted foreign entity. Next one, people, subscription to MOA of foreign entity. PRI subscribing to the shares of a foreign entity in the MOA. Okay. Third one, investment of 10% or more of equity in listed foreign entity. In the listed company, you are acquiring 10% or more. Fourth one, investment of less than 10% of listed foreign entity, but you are having control. So if you are making these four things, it is called as ODI. Sir, we didn't understand anything. Don't worry, I'll tell you. Okay, ODI means, people, acquisition of equity. Sir, what do you mean by acquisition? What do you mean by subscription? What's the difference? People always remember, we use the word subscription during the initial days of the company. Meaning what, sir? When the company is being set up, if you are buying the shares of the company, we call it as subscription. If the company is already set up, it's a running company. If you are buying the shares of the company now, it is called as acquisition. That's the difference. So first one, they are telling you, if you are buying any shares of unlisted foreign company, sir, a PRI buys shares of unlisted foreign company. Unlisted foreign company. It is called as ODI. Even one share you buy, it is called as ODI. Okay, next one, subscription to MOA of foreign entity. Meaning, people, this is a new, it is a existing company. Yes, sir. The second one, people, PRI is making an investment in a new company, people. That is, a company itself is being set up. So in the MOA, you are telling, memorandum of association, you are telling that I am interested in buying the shares of this particular company. Yes, people, now that is called as, people, subscription to MOA. So second case. Third case, people, investment of 10% or more of equity in listed foreign company. People, now these two are unlisted. The third one is coming, people. Now what you are doing, sir, 10% or more. 10% or more, people, when you are investing in a listed foreign company. The third one, now this is also called as ODI. The fourth one, people, sir, in the third condition, you are buying 10% or more. Sir, in the fourth condition, I am buying, imagine, 5%. Sir, where, sir? I am buying it in the listed foreign company only. But, sir, now along with 5%, I also have control over this particular listed foreign company. In this case, people, whatever I made will be called as ODI. So if at all I am acquiring shares of unlisted foreign company, if at all I am subscribing to shares of MOA of new company, if at all I am buying listed shares of foreign company, that too how much, people? 10% or more. The fourth case, people, I am buying less than 10% of listed foreign company, but I am also acquiring control over that listed foreign company with less than 10% only. If I am doing these four, people, it will be called as ODI. Is this clear? Yes. There is one note here. Read what it is. Once the investment is classified as ODI, subsequent reduction below 10% or loss of control. Meaning what? Sir, in the listed company, I purchased 10%. Tomorrow I will sell away 3%. Now what I have is 7%. Or, sir, in the second case, I purchased less than 10%, but I also acquired control. Subsequently, I am losing the control. So, sir, in the third case, my shareholding gets less than 10%. In the fourth case, when I had acquired control, now I no longer have control also. In these two cases, once it was considered as ODI, it will still be treated as ODI only. So once a ODI in third and fourth case will always be ODI in third and fourth case. Sir, what about first and second scenario? First and second scenario will always be ODI. Why? Logically think, people. Why? Because there is no minimum percentage prescribed. So increase or decrease will not make any difference or change. Is clear? Sir, now we have a problem. What? In this definition, we understood everything, sir, but except one. What? We did not understand what is control, sir. Control, people, I told you there is one fourth definition. We'll see. ODI definition first write off. Why? I'll again put like this to just take a picture. That's all. Simple. Banana, I've already done like this, sir. In that also, I'm cutting down it and giving. I hope it should be simple. Why I'm taking time in this four terminologies, people, it is important. Yes. Okay. Sir, ODI people, first one, acquisition in people, a foreign entity. Here I'm not telling it is listed or unlisted. Sir, second one, sir, I'm subscribing. MOA. So basically it is in the case of new company. Third one, people, 10% or more. This is people listed entity. The fourth one, people, less than 10% plus control. Yes, sir. So, sir, I can take it as, let us take, say, for example, 5%. 5% plus control. Plus it has to be a listed entity. All these things are important. So, sir, once any of these four conditions are satisfied, then it is called as a ODI. Now, what does FC say? FC includes ODI. So, FC is a broader terminology. When I say financial commitment, it includes ODI as well. People, you can take it like this, people. ODI somewhere revolves only around equity. Always remember that. So, is it directly written? Directly it is not written, but yes, some way here and other, they will try to focus only on equity. Getting the point? When I'm talking about financial commitment, you can now understand it this way. It includes equity, it includes debt, it includes guarantee. So, it includes everything, to be more precise. Clear? Okay, now that is called as ODI. The third one is called as, people, overseas investment. Okay, no, let us first finish OPI. Overseas portfolio investment. What do you mean by OPI? OPI means, people, investment in foreign securities. Meaning, sir, same thing, people. A PRI is investing in foreign entity. Okay. In some securities it seems. So, this foreign entity has issued some securities. I'm investing money in those securities. They are telling me this is called as OPI. Sir, even in the previous scenario, ODI also, we invested in foreign securities only. No. Now see the full definition. However, this foreign securities does not include, meaning it excludes all of this. What? It excludes whatever was considered as ODI. It excludes unlisted debt instruments. It excludes security issued by PRI, not in IFSC. Sir, now what is this, people? Sir, if at all you have categorized, because here also in the ODI, when an Indian company is investing in securities of foreign company, in the four scenarios, you termed it as ODI. They are telling you if at all there is any other way, then it will be called as OPI. Sir, we didn't understand, sir. People, imagine, people, I'll just give you an example. I made an investment of 5% in listed company. What is this called? Think and answer. I made an investment of 5% in listed company. What is it this called? What is this called as? Hey people, I nowhere mentioned about control. I invested less than 10% in a foreign listed company. I have not at all mentioned about control. Now imagine if I do not have control over the other company. I do not have control. Yes, sir, I just invested 5% in listed company. I do not have control. Then what should I call that as? It will come as OPI. Because obviously it is not ODI, right? I hope you are understanding this, people. Yes, sir. Is clear? Yes, sir. Okay. And sir, unlisted debt instruments, meaning, people, unlisted debt instruments. Then listed debt instruments, it is considered as OPI. Getting the point? Sir, securities issued by PRI, not in IFSC. What is this IFSC part? We'll see a little while later, people. But I hope you understood. So, sir, listed debt instruments, meaning, people, imagine there is Tesla. Tesla is listed outside. If Tesla issues debentures, it is called as OPI. Sir, if at all we are investing in Tesla 5%, but we do not have control, then it is called as OPI. Understood? Yes, sir. Now, what does financial commitment definition see? ODI plus debt other than OPI. What is the debt other than OPI? What was OPI? Unlisted debt instruments. Other than OPI means, people, listed debt instruments. What is OPI, people? Debt instruments. What is other than OPI? Unlisted debt instruments. So they are telling you financial commitment here. Debt other than OPI means, people, they are telling you about unlisted debt instruments. Understood? Because they have only clearly told, right? It doesn't come under the definition of OPI, so it will come under FC. That's all. Understood? Yes, okay. Securities issued by PRI, not in AFC. We'll see that. Okay. Now we got to know what is OPI. The fourth one, people, the last one is called as overseas investment. Overseas investment means, people, this is the chapter, people. If you look at the chapter name, now it is called as overseas investment. Why, people? It covers everything. What do you mean by everything, sir? Sir, basically, people, it covers FC plus OPI. Sir, what and all does FC include? FC includes ODI. ODI includes those four things. Okay. What else does financial commitment include? I will basically write it as unlisted debt. Okay. And, people, it includes non-fund based. I'll just include it as guarantee. Done now? Okay. Sir, what does OPI include? OPI includes, people, we just saw what? Any investment in foreign securities other than ODI. So ODI is not included. So whatever is not ODI, so less than 10%, all this will come here. Okay. Second one, people, listed debt will come here. Listed debt will come here. So I'll put everything together. Now this is called as, people, overseas investment. So everything included is called as overseas investment. Understood? Pakkana? Yes, sir. Okay. Sir, now also, sir, we understood everything, sir. But we did not understand something called as control, sir, which you mentioned in ODI. You're telling that you're investing less than 10% in a listed company, but you also have a control. What do you mean by having a control? For that also, there is a definition. Control means, people, the right to appoint majority of directors. Meaning what, people? So a person resident in India has invested in a foreign entity, people. Imagine in a foreign company. Sir, now this person resident in India, people, we are telling that he has control over foreign entity. Sir, when will we say that? When, people, he has any of these two things. What is that? First one, people. Sir, this person has a right to appoint majority of directors of foreign entity. Meaning, people, I've given you some contract. I've entered into some agreement with you. If you guys watch this Shark Tank episodes, people, have you guys watched Shark Tanks, people? This, Aman, this Lenskart, Piyush, all these people will invest. Whenever they are investing, people, these people will have some conditions. What is that? I will invest in your company. How much? They will be investing 2%, 5% and all. However, they will come with condition. What? At least 2 directors in your board has to be belonging to me. The majority of the directors I will appoint. So, people, now if you see, this person is not even having majority of shareholding, but still he is having control. Why? Because he is a bigger name in the society. The companies will listen. So that is what they are telling, people. When a person has a right to appoint majority of directors in the foreign entity, or he has a right to control the management or policy decisions. I will tell you what to do. I will tell you what not to do. If you are listening to me, then, people, they are telling the PRI has a control over PROI. I am nowhere mentioning about the shareholding here at all. It can be however, people, whatever is the case. If you are listening to me, that means I have a control. I have a control if I am appointing the majority of your directors. The second is, people, I am having the control over your management decisions. So now the question is, how did you get it? This control, how did you get it? It can be by virtue of shareholding. Because of my shareholding, I'm a majority shareholder. By that I could have got. Second one, or by management rights or shareholders agreement. This is what is called as shareholder agreement. Now, for example, in our Shark Tank episodes on YouTube, just watch 1 or 2 episodes. You'll get a fair idea. Shark Tank. Sir, now whenever they're investing, they will say, I'm investing 2%, but I'm coming up with some conditions. That condition is called as shareholders agreement. When a new investor is investing in the company, he comes up with some conditions. That is called as shareholder agreement. Here, shareholding is irrelevant. 1% also can control. The next one, people, voting rights of 10% or more. They're telling if you have voting rights of 10% or more, that means you have control. The next one, people, in any other manner, if you have a control, people, that means the law is telling you you have a right to appoint majority of directors, you have a right to control management or policy decisions. That is called as control. So in the listed company definition, when I said you're acquiring less than 5%, you need to have any of this. If you're having people, then we still call it as control and it will be considered as ODI. Is clear? Sir, whatever is there in this page, entire page is important. Sir, what we wrote here, people that control, you can exercise it alone or person acting in concert. Concert means people don't think singing, dik chik Allah. Then people I'm talking about together. When people come together, this is called as concert. So sir, the control can be done by one person or people, he's coming like a pack, meaning everyone are coming together. For example, people like you say, for example, two siblings, they may plan to invest, or imagine Indian company and its a subsidiary company together, they are investing in foreign company. We call it as person acting in concert. Two directors coming together and investing, person acting in concert. Understood? Yes. So this entire thing is important, people. Pakka? Yes. Okay. Once you understand this, then we can go and build the base. We'll see of some other definitions also so that it will be clear. Okay. Now, sir, AD dealer bank people, whatever we saw in your FDI Act and all, the same thing, definition, control we saw. Disinvestment means people, FDI, ODI means what people, we are investing. Disinvestment means people, we are selling. That's all. So, PRI invest is called as investment. PRI sells away is called as disinvestment. Financial commitment we saw. Financial service regulators. People in this particular rules, in this particular video, if at all you find the word financial service regulator, that means these four people. Who are that? One is SEBI, one is RBI, next one is IRDA. IRDA people, Insurance Regulatory Development Authority. The fourth one is called as PFRDA. What is PFRDA, sir? Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority. So these four people together are termed as financial service regulator. Clear? Hey? Okay. Sir, what do you mean by foreign entity? Foreign entity means an entity formed or registered or incorporated outside India. Sir, it is registered outside India. Okay. Including IFSC that has limited liability. Meaning what, sir? A company which is, an entity which is registered outside India with a limited liability, meaning people, unlimited liability is not allowed. The capital of the company should always be limited. Only limited liability companies are allowed. Unlimited liability companies also exist. The best example is Reebok India. Reebok India is an unlimited company. So they're telling you the shareholders' liability should always be limited. Only in such companies you can invest. Foreign entity. Or, sir, you can invest in what else is called as foreign entity? They're telling you, including International Financial Service Center. What are these people? People, there is something called as IFSC companies. International Financial Service Center. Why are they set up, people? These companies are solely set up to undertake financial transactions between Indian country and foreign countries. Meaning what, people? Now today, imagine if I want to invest outside India. Earlier, people, there were too many channels. Now what did they do? If you want to invest outside India, you can invest through IFSC companies. In the same way, if someone outside India wants to invest in India, he will invest through IFSC companies in India. So international financial service sectors people are nothing but these companies are into financial sectors. Example, people can be bank, and people say, for example, stock brokers, insurance companies, this pension funds. All these are financial sectors only, no? Not only bank and this one, there are others also. Other things can also be financial sector. So what are they telling people? They're telling you a foreign entity means a company which is registered outside India, and it includes IFSC. What is IFSC, people? I told you, these are the companies which are set up in India only. IFSC is in India only. But why did we form IFSC? The purpose of forming IFSC companies are to facilitate international trade in the terms of financial services. So though they are in India, for us, we will consider them as out of India only. For example, just like SCZ, your SCZ, however, we term it as export. In the same way, IFSC companies are considered as foreign entities only. So they're telling you, for us, IFSC is also considered as a foreign entity. Meaning, sir, for example, people, there is one IFSC company in India. Which one, sir? Hey, one Allah, one and only IFSC company in India. There's only one IFSC. Which one, sir? That is called as people Gift City. Heard of it, huh? Gujarat Gift City people. Can you? Yes. Gujarat International Financial Tech City. Now, in this people, if you can see that building, more than 300 companies are set up there. Like, for example, your what is this? Northern Trust, JP Morgan, whatever such investment banking companies, Deutsche Bank, all these companies are set up here. Whatever you call it as Dutch Bank and all. Yeah, they're all set up here. Sir, now what are they doing? Now, people, if at all you can invest, if you can invest through them. Now they're telling you this is in Gujarat. Whichever company is in this entire building, more than 200 companies are set up in this buildings. They're telling you people, whichever company is set up in IFSC, this entire company will be called as a foreign company only. Is clear. So if a Indian is investing in a company which is situated here, it is still treated as people ODI or financial commitment or OPI as the case may be. Is clear. Pakkana. Yes. Okay, sir. So that was your financial service foreign entity. Provided that the restriction of limited liability shall not apply to an entity with core activity in a strategic sector. What is that, sir? I told you, what you can invest outside India, it has to be limited liability. But people, this limited liability condition will not apply if at all such foreign entity is into strategic sector. Sir, what do you mean by strategic sector? Strategic sector, people, again is not given under your definition, but I've given you what is it. So this is not there directly in your book. But remember, somewhere in between they might have given. So remember, strategic sector means people shall include energy and natural resources sector such as oil, gas, coal. Oh people, so if a company is into coal related business, Rocky Baida, Narachi only know that. They Rocky Baida, they are telling you Rocky Baida is into strategic sector. Yes, he has all strategies. Minerals, ores, submarine cable systems. What is submarine cable systems? Submarine cable system means people, now imagine we have something called as Lakshadweep, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Now Andaman and Nicobar Islands, there is a full life setup there. Correct? Now all the whatever is the infrastructure required, everything will be in India. Now how will we provide internet facilities to Andaman and Nicobar facility? I mean in Andaman and Nicobar, how will we provide them internet? Or how will we provide them some other wiring related things? Telecom, how will we give all those services? They will do people something called a submarine cable system. Submarine cable system means which is the cable, basically the wiring will be put underneath the ocean bed. So if any company is into that, it is called as strategic sector. All that so detail is not there, but I'm just telling you. Next one, people, a foreign startup. Sir, and any other sector or subsector as central government may prescribe. Now, these all things are considered as what people strategic sector. Is this clear? Pakkana? Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Next one. Sir, host country, that foreign country. Sir, Indian entity, meaning people, sir, who can make an investment outside India? I'm telling you PRI. What does PRI include? PRI includes the individual. A PRI includes a entity. Now, entity means what people? Entity includes people, company. Entity includes a body corporate incorporated by any law for the time being in force. Sir, which is the body corporate incorporated by law? Example, sir. Example, people, LIC. So basically, they're telling you statutory companies, RBIs, your ICSI, all these are statutory companies, right? Because of law, the companies came into picture. So they're telling about that. Third one, people, LLP. The fourth one, people, is your registered partnership. So whenever I call going forward as PRI includes individual as well as entity. Entity includes company, body corporate, LLP as well as registered partnership. This is clear or done. IFSC we saw, ODI we saw, OA we saw, OPI we saw, subsidiary or step down subsidiary. A holding company has a subsidiary company. This is called a subsidiary. Step down subsidiary means this. Understood? Okay. Debt instruments means people. Government bonds. Government bonds is called as debt sums. Corporate bonds is called as debt sums. All tranches of securitization structure which are not equity tranche. For you guys people, this is not important, so do not go in detail. Just remember it as all tranches of securitization structure which are not equity tranche. All tranches of securitization structure which are not equity tranche. Okay. Borrowing by firms through loans. So loans, depository receipts whose underlying securities are debt securities. I hope I have told people something called as IDRs, ADRs, GDRs. So generally what happens people, depository receipts means when one country is issuing securities outside India and they are raising money, that is called as depository receipts. If a foreign company issues in India, it is called as IDR. If an Indian company issues outside India, it is called as ADR, GDR. Now what they are telling you, debt instrument includes a depository receipts whose underlying securities are debt securities. Meaning what people, this depository receipts will get converted to equity or debentures after say 5 years or 10 years as the case may be. If at all after 5 years, the depository receipts are getting converted to debentures, it is called as debt. After 5 years, if the depository receipts are getting converted to equity, then we will call it as people non-debt instruments. See, I hope you got the difference. Debtors people, after conversion, if the resultant security is debt, then it is called as a debt instrument. After conversion, if it becomes equity, it is called as non-debt. Non-debt is not there in syllabus, so do not bother. You can leave it for now. Okay, sir. Sir, restrictions and prohibitions. People, if you remember, this was there even in our previous thing also. What is that? Sir, certain things were restricted even in our ODI part as well, if you remember. Okay. Yes, people. So even in the previous thing also, this was there, people. Now, whatever we are seeing, what is that, sir? Sir, restrictions and prohibition. What is that, people? So when you are making ODI, people, certain things are restricted. You cannot make an ODI. So a PRI is making a investment in a foreign entity. Okay. Sir, they are telling you people you cannot make an investment if at all the foreign entity is into this following things. What is that first one people is called real estate. If a foreign entity is into real estate people, then you cannot make investment into real estate. Real estate is always prohibited. People, the real estate includes TDR, that is your transferable development rights. In the class, I have told you what is TDR. Basically, government gives the owner of a land. Whenever government acquires a land, the government gives the landowner certain transferable development rights. Meaning what people, I have acquired your property here. Instead of here, you can build something somewhere else. Now that instruments are also considered as real estate itself. That is what they are telling. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Next one, people. Next one, sir. But it does not include people development of townships. Meaning people, for example, we do something called as urban development. Like, for example, people, we have something called as, so in Bangalore, there is something called as the DLF township. Sir, what is this people? Imagine people that gated community. If something like that is being built, people, it is not considered as real estate. So if a foreign entity is into such business, you can still invest in such company. It is allowed. Second one, people, construction of residential or commercial premises. So they are into constructions. Basically, people, I'm talking about. Imagine in foreign people, there is a builder. Say, for example, example can be Prestige. Imagine Prestige Group. Sir, I'm investing it outside India. Sir, now can I invest? Yes, now Prestige is into building of townships or residential or commercial premises. You can still invest it. The third one, if a company is into roads or bridges, people, if they are into construction of roads or bridges, in such company can also invest. Basically, the real estate word does not include these things. Sir, you have excluded everything. No, sir. Then what else is there? People, the company which is into selling and buying of land, it's not there, no. So that is restricted. That is prohibited. Clear? Next one, a company which is into gambling in any form. Examples are Dream 11, A23, Rummy Circle. What is all of this? Gambling only. No, in such companies you cannot invest. Third one, dealing in financial products linked to Indian rupee without RBI approval. What is that, sir? Imagine people, the foreign entity abroad. The foreign entity abroad people, now these people are issuing some financial products, meaning people, they are issuing debentures. Yes, sir. They are issuing debentures, people, and they are issuing it in Indian rupees. Sir, they are issuing people some, say for example, external commercial borrowings. Sir, and they are doing it in rupees. End of the day, people, the foreign entity is anywhere, if at all they are issuing some financial products and raising Indian rupees, people, they are telling you in such companies you cannot invest. It's clear, all of you, simple. Now these three are the prohibitions. Remember, it can be an important question. Yes, okay. Next one, people, is restrictions. Sir, what is this restriction? See, the restriction is, sir, ODI in startups. When I showed you the definition of strategic sector, outside people in India also there is startups. In the same way, outside India also there can be startup. Sir, can I invest in such startups? Yes, people, possible. Sir, what is the condition? First one, who is investing? If at all it is the entity, that is LLP, company, registered partnership, body, corporate. If they are investing, they can invest it only out of their internal accruals. Meaning what, people? That means, people, you can invest it out of only your reserves. Meaning you cannot invest it out of your borrowed funds. You cannot raise capital here and you cannot invest it there. This is not allowed. If at all you are an individual, people, you have to invest out of your own funds. You cannot borrow from a bank here. That money you cannot invest. Yes, sir. Okay, that is the restriction. Second one, no financial commitment in a foreign entity. No financial commitment. You cannot make a financial commitment in a foreign entity. Okay, which one? That has invested or invests into India. So, sir, this foreign entity has invested or will invest in India. So, you cannot invest in a foreign entity which has invested or will invest in India. Sir, only if they have invested, we cannot invest. There is further condition. Just see. Invest in into India, which results into a structure with more than 2 layers of subsidiaries. Meaning what, people? They are investing in India, which will result into 2 layers of subsidiaries. Meaning what, people? Whenever there is a company one, the company one has a subsidiary company. This is called as company two. This is subsidiary. Imagine, people, company two also has a subsidiary company. This is called as layer two. This is called as layer one. This is called as layer two. People, according to Companies Act of India, people, no company can have more than 2 layers of subsidiaries. Why, people? Because there are chances of money laundering. So, people, if this list keeps on going, people, ultimately we will not know which company is this. What if you guys are using it for terrorism activities and all? What if ultimately all these companies are controlled by, say, for example, Dawood Ibrahim or some Pakistan ISIS and all? How will you find it out? So in India, people, the maximum subsidiaries as a layer you can have, one below the other, one below the other, one below the other. The maximum is 2. So they are telling you, you cannot invest in a foreign entity which has invested in India, and if at all you invest in this foreign entity, it will result into the layering of subsidiaries more than 2 layers. In such companies, you cannot invest. So if a foreign company already has invested in India and it already has 2 layers, 2 subsidiaries already, in such company you cannot invest. This is clear. That is a restriction. See. So ODI in startups, first one is out of your own fund. Second one, people, financial commitment. If at all the foreign entity has already made investment in India and which will result into more than 2 layers. However, people, this rule shall not apply to whatever is the layering rule. It shall not apply to a banking company. It shall not apply to a insurance company. It shall not apply to a government company. It shall not apply to a NBFC. You have a NBFC chapter only. Whatever is this, we'll be seeing it there. But on the face of it, I'll tell you, NBFC is a non-banking financial company. Example, Bajaj Finance, Manappuram, Muthoot, all these are NBFCs only, right? So these rules will not apply to them. So they can invest even beyond 2 layers also. It is okay, we don't mind. Yes, sir. Sir, what do you mean by that? Imagine people, there is a Standard Chartered Bank outside India. You cannot directly invest into a banking sector. For that, there are some rules and regulations. We'll see what is that. So Standard Chartered Bank, they have invested into a bank in India. Let us take, for example, Bank 1. They have another called as Bank 2. Now, an Indian entity cannot directly invest in Standard Chartered Bank. That is what they, Indian entity can invest in the Standard Chartered Bank. If you are into banking sector, this condition is not applicable. You can still invest, it is absolutely fine. Clear? Same thing, insurance allowed. Your NBFC allowed. Understood? Okay. Sir, systemically important NBFC means people. Systemically important means people, they have a asset size of not less than 500 crores. Their assets are not less than 500 crores. Such NBFCs are called as systemically important NBFC. Why do we call it as systemically important NBFC means people? If at all such NBFCs fail, the entire economy will crash. So we call it as important. Clear? Yes, sir. Okay. So this is your prohibition, restriction. Whatever is done, we'll just put a tick mark. So people, this is your main material. I've just realigned everything into this. Whichever is comfortable, you guys can use. I'll give you a copy of both. Yes, people. I've just made some restructurings. If it is helpful, you can use it. Yes, sir. Okay. Sir, now next one, people. There are some procedure given. What is that, sir? Procedure of making overseas investment. So people, procedure for making overseas investment. Whenever I'm investing outside India, OI. Sir, what are the procedures involved? People remember there are always 3 approvals, people. Sir, what is that, people? First one, whenever you're investing outside India, it can so happen that there are absolutely no approvals required. There are absolutely no approvals required. In such case, people, we will just give our application to AD Bank. Sir, I want to remit outside India, sir. Can you please help me? They will give you foreign currency. You can directly send it off. It's absolutely fine. Whenever there is no approvals required. Second one, people, there can be situations where there are central government approvals required. For example, people, imagine you want to invest in Pakistan. You need to come under central government route. Imagine you want to invest in strategic sectors. You need to come under central government route. So I'm just writing it as Pakistan. So now what will happen, people? You will give it to AD Bank. Yeah, in reality, I'll tell you, AD Bank will forward it to RBI. RBI will actually forward it to central government. Yes, sir. So the third case, only RBI approvals can be required. Then what we will do, people? We will give it to AD Bank, our application. The AD Bank will forward our application to RBI. That's all. Yes, sir. So, sir, these are the procedures. Sir, what is the form I will file? Whenever you want to make a overseas investment, people, the form you file is called as Form FC. Form FC. Now, whenever you file Form FC, what will happen, people? Your AD Bank will generate a unique identification number. The AD Bank will generate a unique identification number for your transaction. Yes, sir. So once you get a unique identification number, you can go ahead with the transaction. Always remember, just because you get a unique identification number, that doesn't mean that you got RBI approval and central government approval. From AD Bank, you get a clear chit. That's all. It's clear. That is what is given here, people. The entire thing. Yes, sir. Okay. The person intending to make financial commitment, he will fill the form FC. Yes, sir. Okay. And approach designated AD Bank. Okay. In respect of case under approval route, it shall be forwarded to the Reserve Bank or central government as the case may be. Now that is given here. See here, approval from central government, approval from Reserve Bank. When do we need approval from central government? Approval from central government is required when the application for overseas investment or financial commitment in Pakistan or any other jurisdiction as advised by central government. So today Pakistan is already advised whenever you are making any financial commitment or overseas investment in Pakistan, you have to take central government approval. And sir, or you're making any application for overseas investment or financial commitment in strategic sector or specific geographies shall be forwarded by AD banks from their constituents to RBI as per the laid down procedure for onward submission to central government. So people, in short, Pakistan and strategic sector, what you will do, you will first give it to AD bank, AD bank will give it to RBI, RBI will take it for onward submission, meaning they will further give it to central government. Is clear? Sir, the restriction of limited liability structure of foreign entity shall not be mandatory for activity entities involved in strategic sector. We already saw that. Generally, people, you can invest only in limited liability. But unlimited liability is also okay if at all you're investing into strategic sectors. Okay. So that's the reason they're telling you, if you're making investment in such sectors, even if it is unincorporated entities is also okay. Meaning what people, even if you're investing in partnership abroad also is okay. We don't mind. Okay. Approval of RBI. When is approval of RBI required? People, financial commitment by an Indian entity exceeding USD $1 billion. If you remember, this was already there, people. Nothing new, nothing. Okay. I missed it, people. Okay. Basically, people, there was another thing. What? The maximum a company can invest, people, is 400% of your net worth or $1 billion. Earlier also this was there. Now what they are telling you, people, whatever is your net worth of the company, you can invest up to 400%. This 400% will also again come. In the later part, they will tell you what is the maximum investments you can make. There it will come 400%. So when will we come under RBI approval, people? Imagine the net worth of the company is 1 crore. According to financial commitment, we can make up to 400% of my net worth. Meaning, people, I can make 4 times. So I can invest up to 4 crores. Imagine a company. Okay, let us take it like this. Sir, my net worth of the company, people, let us imagine is 100. Okay, let us take it as my net worth of the company is 50 crore. 50 crore dollar. That is my net worth of the company. Yes, okay, sir. People, 400% people is 4 times. I can invest up to 200 crore dollar. Correct? That is the limit given under the act only. I can invest up to 400% of my net worth. That is 4 times of my net worth. However, people, if at all the 4 times, if it is exceeding $1 billion, you need to take RBI approval. $1 billion means what, people? 1 billion means, people, 100 crore dollar. So, sir, your 400% is coming to 200 crore. The law is telling people, even though you're investing within your limit, if it exceeds 100 crore dollar, you will have to take RBI approval. Understood? That is what is given in RBI approval. Under RBI approval, that is what is given. See, financial commitment by an Indian entity exceeding USD 1 billion or its equivalent in a financial year shall require prior approval of RBI, even with the total financial commitment of Indian entity is within the eligible limit under the automatic route. That is what I told you. Even if it is less than 400%, you should still take RBI approval. This is clear. So this is what is CG approval, RBI approval. Okay. Sir, now the designated AD bank, before forwarding the proposal, shall submit the relevant sections of Form FC. Okay. Nothing important. The following documents shall be submitted along with the proposal. So you're giving Form FC, you have to give additional documents. What? Background and brief details of the transaction. Explain about the transaction. What are you investing in? Entire details. Reason for seeking approval. Why are you asking RBI approval? Why are you asking CG approval? You have to give reasons. Observation of designated AD bank with respect to the following. So we are going to government or we are going to RBI. What did AD Bank give in his observation? First you will give it to AD Bank only. No, what did he tell you? Prima facie viability of the foreign entity. Whether will this investment work? Viability. Second one, benefits which may accrue to India. If we allow this, what is the benefit that will come to India? You can get interest, dividend, GDP, employment. Financial position and business track record of Indian entity and foreign entity. Our track record, our financial position, their track record, their financial position, and any other material observation AD Bank would have given, we will forward that also to central government as well as RBI. Recommendation of AD Bank with confirmation that applicant's board resolution or resolution from equivalent body is applicable. So you have passed board resolution and all of that is there. Diagrammatic representation of organizational structure indicating all the subsidiaries of Indian entity horizontally and vertically with their stake. Meaning what, people? Imagine an Indian company that is investing outside India is Tata. You have to clearly give like a diagrammatic representation. How many subsidiary companies you have? How many subsidiary companies you have? You have to give it, people. You have to give this way as well as this way. Horizontally as well as vertically. How many subsidiaries you have it this way, you have this way. You have to give both diagrammatic. And valuation certificate. What is the base for the price you are investing? How did you know that this price you need to invest? You need to give all of this. Clear? Okay. Approval of central government, approval of, okay. Mode of payment. A person resident in India making overseas investment may make payment. So you are investing outside India, right? Yes. So how are you investing? From where are you getting the money? You can invest it, people, out of banking channel. Go to AD Bank, convert your rupee into dollar. You can invest. Second one, you can issue from funds held in an account maintained in accordance with the FEMA provisions. Imagine, people, there is something called as RFC account, resident foreign currency account, EEFC account. If you guys have watched our syllabus, I've made one video only for the types of accounts maintained in foreign currency. That is also allowed. Third one, swap of securities, meaning, people, Tata will take the foreign company securities, it will give their securities. Allowed. By using the proceeds of ADR, GDR, ECB, meaning what, people? An Indian company issues American depository receipts outside India, global depository receipts outside India, or it borrows money from outside India, external commercial borrowing. In all these cases, you are getting dollars, right? The dollar you will take there only, you will invest there only. Remember this. Regarding this, I'll give you a cross point later point of time. ADR, GDR, ECB. Yes, sir. Using all these people, a person resident in India can make a overseas investment outside India. Absolutely allowed. Is this clear? Okay. It is further provided that overseas investment by way of cash is not permitted. You cannot use cash, people. Absolutely prohibited. Okay. So, people, this also you can take it as an extension for prohibitions. This fifth point. All these are prohibited. Okay. Second one, an Indian entity can make remittance to its office or branch outside India only for the purpose of normal business. Accordingly, no remittance shall be made by Indian entity to its branch or office outside India for making any overseas investment. Sir, what is this? People, imagine there is Infosys. Infosys has a branch in New York. Sir, whatever are the expenses to maintain your New York branch, meaning paying rent, paying employee salary, for that you send money, people, we don't mind. However, you cannot give dollars to your New York entity and New York entity cannot make overseas investment. This is not allowed. If you want to make, you directly make. This structure is not allowed. That is what they are telling here. Clear? Next one. Any person resident in India shall not make any payment on behalf of any foreign entity other than by way of financial commitment as permitted under OI rules or regulations. What are those, people? Sir, if at all Infosys wants, people, they can directly invest in foreign entity. However, Infosys cannot invest. Imagine, people, foreign entity has to give money to some raw material supplier there. The raw material supplier has given money to a foreign entity outside India. I mean, they have supplied some raw materials. So our foreign entity outside India, we have to make some payment. The Infosys people cannot give the payment to the raw material supplier of our foreign entity. It is not allowed. You give it to them, they can pay, that is fine. But you directly don't pay. That is the third note. Again, I'm telling you, if you did not understand, go again, watch, again come. Yes, I know these are little heavy, but once you just understand everything, 1x, just watch, try to understand. First only, you will not remember everything. You might feel that it is too much of topics and all, but it's absolutely easy, nothing to worry. Just that watch it at 1x at once, and again watch it at 1.5x, done. Everything is done. Clear? Okay. Any investment or financial commitment in Nepal and Bhutan, when we have seen in class only, we have seen people, for Nepal and Bhutan, we have absolutely different criterias only. They are telling you follow those criterias. So shall be done in a manner provided in Foreign Exchange Management, Manner of Receipt and Payment Regulations 2016. The first thing there we had seen people was if at all you are investing outside in Nepal and Bhutan, you can invest in Indian currency only, it is allowed. That is also there. Next one, people, whatever are the repatriations as well as their sale or winding up proceeds are required to be repatriated in India in freely convertible currencies only. Meaning, people, I've invested. As and when if I want to sell my investments outside India, if the company is being bound up or liquidated, what they are telling you, people, you can sell off the shares, you can bring back the whatever is the money you invested. That is the meaning of repatriation. Repatriation means, people, whatever you had invested, you have to get it back. Yes, okay. Next one, people. Okay. Sir, obligations of person resident in India. Whoever is making this financial commitment, he has some obligations with him. So what is that? Simple thing. People, you first went, you gave form FC to AD Bank. Why? You told him that you are going to invest in a foreign entity. Correct? Now, first thing, people, what is the guarantee that you invested? You took approvals. Yes, the unique identification was generated. You took the money also. What is the guarantee you invested in foreign entity and you did not do any, some other things which is not allowed? So, people, the obligation on you is that the foreign entity, whatever is the evidence of investment, people, you have to basically submit to the AD Bank the evidence of investment. So, what can be the evidence of investment? It can be shares. It can be securities given by them. Equity share certificate, will they give you? You have to give that evidence to the AD Bank. So, when should I give it? You have to give it, people, within 6 months. Is clear? Sir, what if I do not give this evidence within 6 months? If you do not give that evidence within 6 months, people, then the law says you have to get back the money, whatever we had given it to you, back to India. Why? Remember, people, I told you, always remember, people, when the money is going from India to outside India, so dollars, our foreign reserves will always reduce. We are concerned. So if you are not investing for the reason we gave it to you, then do not keep it outside India. Bring it back. Do not make a mess of it. Bring it back. That is what they are telling. Understood? Okay. A person resident in India acquiring equity capital in a foreign entity which is reckoned as ODI shall submit the evidence of investment to the AD Bank within 6 months, failing which the funds remitted overseas shall be repatriated within the said period of 6 months. Meaning, people, within 6 months you have to give the evidence. If not, people, you'll have to bring back the money within that 6 months. Clear? See, Form FC shall be submitted along with requisite documents to AD Bank obtaining UIN. Yes, sir. The AD Bank, after due verification, shall report the details in the OID application for allotment of UIN. Any remittance towards a foreign entity shall be facilitated by AD Bank only after obtaining the necessary UIN. The allotment of UIN does not constitute an approval from Reserve Bank or central government. This is what I told you. So just because you got UIN, that doesn't mean that you got approvals. Clear? This is one thing, just remember. Clear? Done? So people, we complete your what is this? Procedure for making overseas investment part. This is also done now. Okay, this is done. This is done. Okay. This topic is now important. This was already there, but now they have reclassified it. That's all. In your book, it was already there. No objection certificate. What does that mean? The next topic, people, is called as no objection certificate. This was already there. Where, sir? If you remember, people, see this part. Overseas investment by proprietor or unregistered partnership conditions, people. Can you see this? You should not be under adverse notice, directorate, CBI. Sir, you should not be under exporter caution, defaulters. You remember this? The same thing, people. Now they have put it as a different point. What is that, people? Now that is only called as no objection certificate. Now, what do you mean by no objection certificate, people? See here, when a PRI who has a NPA account. What is NPA account, people? NPA means, people, non-performing asset. Non-performing asset. Yes, people, if you remember in your setting up of business entities, there was something called as Sarfasi. We would have done this something called as Sarfasi there. This is non-performing asset. In short, I'll tell you what is non-performing asset. Imagine, people, Vijay Mallya has borrowed loan from banks. Sir, Vijay Mallya never repaid this loan to the banks. So people always remember, for a bank, whenever they give you loan, for the bank it is an asset. For you it is a loan, because for the bank, this loan will give them the interest part. So it's an asset for them. When that asset, people, you guys are not repaying it back, it is called as non-performing asset. So basically a PRI who has a non-performing asset, let us take Vijay Mallya, he has not repaid his loans. So people, he will come here. Second one, sir, Vijay Mallya only, willful defaulter. Willful defaulter means, people, instead of having money, in spite of having money, RBI will come up with a list. Now these people are called as willful defaulters. They have not repaid our loans. Now they are called as willful defaulters. The third one, people, is called as under investigation by financial service regulators. Meaning, people, whoever are financial service regulator, our RBI, SEBI, IRDA, PFRDA. Yes, sir. Sir, they are conducting some investigation on you. Then, people, you are also coming here. Or, sir, you are being investigated by some investigating agencies. Who is that? CBI, Enforcement Directorate, or Serious Fraud Investigation Officer. This is not detailedly given to you. So, this three, if you guys do not remember, it's okay. You can ignore. So you can remember, if at all you are coming as a NPA, or if you are a willful defaulter, or if you are under investigation by a financial service regulator or such other investigating agencies, then before making financial commitment or disinvestment, meaning before investing or before selling whatever your investments abroad are, you have to apply for a no objection certificate. Earlier they said you cannot invest at all. Now people, they are telling you, if at all these people, whoever is carrying on this, if they do not have a problem, why should I stop them? So if they do not have a problem, go ahead. That is what is now the amendment. Now see, sir, apply for a NOC from the lender banker. So whoever you have not paid the money to, NPA, so to the bank, go and ask for NOC, or the regulatory body, imagine SEBI, IRDA, RBI, now they will give you the NOC, or investigative agencies, that is your CBI, ED, SFIO. If they give you no objection certificate, then people, you can go ahead and you can still make your financial commitment, or you can still sell away your investments, absolutely allowed. If they fail to reply within 60 days of receipt, it shall be assumed as a deemed approval. They have to reply within 60 days. Now, this is called as, people, no objection certificate. You can expect a question here. Important. Is clear? Done? Done. NOC is done. Okay. Manner of making ODI. Now, people, now I've put something as not in syllabus. What is it, people? Sir, now we are seeing that you can make a ODI. Yes. Who? PRI can make a ODI. People, person resident in India includes too many people. No. Who and all, sir? Sir, Indian entities included. Sir, see here. ODI made by a Indian company. OPI made by a Indian company. Sir, overseas investment made by a resident individual, meaning OC, overseas investment, includes FC as well as ODI. Sir, overseas investment by resident India other than Indian company or resident individual. So for everyone people there are different rules. That rules is given under people schedules. Schedule 1, Schedule 2, Schedule 3, Schedule 4, Schedule 5. Yes, sir. For you, they have not in detail given what is the schedule, Schedule 1, Schedule 2, Schedule 3. All these are not given to you. Some parts are given, some parts are not given. So, which and all, how to write, what to exclude, I'll tell you. We have already put that scratched. We'll see. What is required, I'll tell you. What is not required, just ignore it. Is clear? Pakka na? Okay. Okay, sir. We'll see that what is this. Okay, sir. Next one, sir, is called as pricing guidelines. Simple people. Whenever you're making a overseas investment, who will arrive at the price, people? How will we know? People, basically, you need to get a valuation report. How, sir? Based upon internationally accepted pricing methodology for valuation. So you need to get a certificate from a competent person. It can be a, say for example, a CA, or it can be a qualified, a registered valuer outside India. You have to get a valuation certificate from them. Based upon the number they have given you, at that price you can buy the shares outside India. So valuation is important for all the investments people. Every investment people, valuation is mandatory. Sorry, everything people except two scenarios. So in these two scenarios, people, you can invest even without valuation certificate. Is absolutely allowed. It seems. What does that see here? Now this part is important for your exam. If not this attempt, next attempt. So we are doing it for May. For June. For December, it can be important. So these are questions, just remember. Such policy may also provide for scenarios where valuation may not be insisted, meaning not required, when transfer on account of merger, amalgamation, demerger, liquidation, meaning people, X, Y company are coming together. Always remember, whenever there are mergers, demergers happening, people, it will happen only after approval of NCLTs or any competent court. They would have accepted this particular mergers, demergers. So when they have already accepted, they would have already agreed on the price. Who? NCLT will tell you what price and all. The court will tell you what price and all. If they have already agreed, then we do not need any valuation certificate. First case. Second case, people, if it's a listed company, when the price is already reflected on the stock exchange. Listed company means your number will be reflected on stock exchange, no? Unlisted means it is difficult. Listed means the number is already there. So in these two cases, people, they are telling you, you need not have to insist on valuation report. Clear? Pakana? Okay. See, price is readily available on a recognized stock exchange, or this merger, amalgamation, demerger has been approved by competent court or tribunal as per the law in India or host jurisdiction. If you guys have already studied company law, people, this particular thing, the first one they are talking about section 230 to section 232 of Companies Act 2013. I'm just giving a cross reference for people who have already studied company law. Yes, sir. If you have not studied, then ignore, don't even bother. Okay. Next ones are transfer or liquidation and restructuring. Okay, let us finish it off this. Transfer or liquidation. Now, what is this, sir? Sir, transfer or liquidation. I've invested in shares outside India. Can I sell it to someone, sir? Is it possible? Yes, people. A person resident in India, he can transfer his investments to a PRI or PROI in accordance with the rules. Absolutely allowed. Sir, next one, people, disinvestment. In case of disinvestment of ODI, meaning people, first I made an investment in ODI. Now people, I am taking back my money, disinvestment. Sir, in such case, the transferor should not have any outstanding for receipts from such foreign entity in case of full disinvestment other than liquidation. Sir, now what do you mean by this, sir? The transferor should not have any outstanding for receipts from such a foreign entity in case of full disinvestment other than liquidation. Meaning, sir, I had invested outside India, where, imagine people, I invested in equity shares. Sir, the company, sir, has not paid my dividends. It is still outstanding. So the company had to pay me something, sir. Say for example, let us take, I had already sold some shares. The company has not paid my money. Imagine the company went for buyback. I gave them my shares. The company has not sold, given me my money back. Whatever is my outstanding receipts, people, I have to first recover all my receipts. Only then, people, I can transfer my investment. Until I recover my entire money, you cannot transfer your investments. Is this clear? Okay, sir. And when is this condition applicable, people? Whenever you are making the full disinvestment. Meaning, sir, imagine I had invested in 1 crore shares. If you are selling away all your 1 crore shares, only then this will come into picture. Sir, I'm selling away only my 50 lakh shares, then this condition itself will not apply. Meaning, you can sell it away even if there is still any outstanding receipts. You still have to receive something. It is still okay. You can go for it. Clear? Okay. Condition number 2, he should have stayed invested for at least 1 year. People, you cannot do intraday and all that. Why? Foreign exchange fluctuations will be there. We are always concerned whenever you are taking dollars from in India and going outside India. So it should be long term, people. If not, forex fluctuations will be more. When you took the money, the dollar value can be 78. Today it is 82. So what you did for 1 year is loss only. They are telling you, do not do it. Next one, these conditions shall not apply. Whatever we saw, that is your first outstanding receipts, and you should have stayed for 1 year. This will not apply in case of merger, demerger, or amalgamation. So, sir, they are telling you can take back your money, it seems. Even if at all you still have any outstanding receipts, also you can take back. Even if you are invested for less than 1 year, also you can take back. When, people, in this case, when in case of merger, demerger, or amalgamation between foreign entities that are wholly owned subsidiary of Indian entity. Meaning what, sir? Imagine, people, there is Tata. Sir, there is Jaguar, and there is, imagine, people, Land Rover. Sir, Jaguar and Land Rover outside India, Tata has invested in this also, Tata has invested in this also. And sir, they are the wholly owned subsidiaries of Tata. Sir, now Jaguar and Land Rover, they are coming together and they are becoming Jag Land Rover. Yes, people, now they are telling you, people, your investments in Jaguar and Land Rover, it will be taken and you will get new investments now, people, from Tata. I mean, Jaguar Land Rover will be a new company. Now you will get shares in that company. They are telling you, people, here it is absolutely fine. Even if you are invested for less than 1 year, or even if you still have any outstanding receipts, it's still okay. They can do it. Second scenario, people, there is no change or dilution in equity or holding of Indian entity in the merged or demerged or amalgamated entity. Meaning what's here? In the first condition, people, the foreign entity should be my wholly owned subsidiary. In the second condition, imagine, sir, I had invested only 10% in Jaguar. They're telling you, people, okay, I had invested in 10% in Jaguar. Okay. Now again, Jaguar and Land Rover are coming together. Sir, in Jaguar and Land Rover, people, when they are coming together, they are investing, they are giving me this particular shares again to Tata. So there is a merger happening, people. You are getting the shares of the new entity, correct? In this case, people, they are telling you, there is no change or dilution in equity. Meaning, people, if at all in Jaguar I had 10%, even in Jaguar Land Rover together also I should have 10%. If at all there is any dilution, people, then they are telling it is not possible. Clear? There is third condition also. We'll see what is that. In case of transfer involving merger, demerger, amalgamation, buyback, liquidation, approval of competent authority as per Indian laws or host country is required. So whenever you are making this merger, demerger, amalgamation, buyback, liquidation, the approval of competent court as per Indian law or host jurisdiction is required. Meaning, people, in India, in your EBCL only you have Competition Act. Whenever there is two big entities coming together, you need to take approval of competent court. They're telling you, people, such authorities approval, if required, you guys need to take that as well. After this, people, you can transfer. Again, I'll repeat, people, transfer. Sir, is it possible? First thing, people, from PRI, you can give it to PRI or PROI. Absolutely allowed. Sir, however, can I make complete disinvestment? That is, I had invested, I am getting back everything, sir. Can I do it? People, disinvestment, the first condition, if you are making it, people, there should not be any outstanding receipts. You should have stayed invested at least for a period of 1 year. So next one, sir. Whenever this stayed invested for 1 year and complete receipt, it's not applicable. Whenever there is a merger, demerger happening between two wholly owned subsidiaries of Indian entity, that is foreign entities are coming together, which are wholly owned subsidiaries of Indian entity. It is not applicable, whatever these two conditions are. The second one, when it is not applicable, the second one, people, there is no change or dilution in my investment. This applies when they are not wholly owned subsidiaries and still there is a merger happening. Third one, if there is any competent authorities approval required, then you have to take the competent authorities approval. Clear? Then this is transfer or liquidation. The third one, people, is called as restructuring. What is this, people? Again, for people who have done your company law, you guys would have seen what is restructuring. What is restructuring, people? Sir, I had made investment outside India. Let us take Tata has made investment outside India. Where? Let us take I've made investment outside India and Jaguar. So now, sir, Jaguar's balance sheet, people, it's absolutely imagine in losses. Sir, we had invested, sir, imagine under 100 crore. Sir, companies in losses, sir, their plant and machinery, everything is depreciated. Losses have been increased. Sir, now asset side, sir, what is there? Asset side is only 80 crore. Sir, my liabilities side says 100 crore. People, this is called as unfavorable balance sheet. No one will appreciate it. So what they will do, Jaguar will call Tata and say, Tata, our balance sheet is not looking good. Is it okay if we reduce your capital to 80 crore? Meaning, what about 20 crore? 20 crore you have to let go. You have to leave it. This is only called as capital restructuring. Sir, now can I agree for this? Is this possible? For this only they have given some conditions. What is that? See. Restructuring. PRI, who has made ODI in foreign entity, wants to restructure their balance sheet. Is it allowed? Yes, it is allowed. We don't have any problem. However, PRI may permit such restructuring subject to these conditions. The conditions has to be satisfied. First one. So Jaguar is in losses, correct? How many months? 1 month, 2 months, at least 2 years of losses are required. If not, people not allowed. Second one, diminution in value of PRI should be proportionate to accumulated losses. Meaning, people, you are reducing 80 crore. The capital should also be reduced 20% only. Now you are reducing the assets, capital of Tata. How much you should be reducing? It should be proportionate to the reduction in losses. So whatever is the 20%, you cannot reduce my capital by 30%. That is not allowed. It should be proportionate to the reduction of your losses. 20%. Okay. In case of diminution where original investment is more than $10 million. Imagine, sir, I had invested more than $10 million. Imagine, people, let us take $15 million I had invested. More than 10 million. No, let us take $15 million. I've invested. Okay. Or diminution exceeds 20% of the total outstanding dues of Indian investor. Meaning, people, whatever I've invested, they have to give back the entire amount, right? So that becomes the outstanding amount they have to give me back. Sir, if the diminution exceeds 20%, meaning, people, imagine we have invested $15 million, right? So the diminution is exceeding 20%. Let us take, for example, they want to reduce $4 million. Yes, sir, they want to reduce $4 million. Sir, in this case, people, such value shall be on arm's length basis. Meaning, people, sir, if at all I have invested more than $10 million, or if the reduction is more than 20% of the total outstanding dues you have to give me. Whatever I have given you, you are reducing more than 20%. In such cases, people, such diminution, such reduction has to be on arm's length basis, it seems. Sir, what is this arm's length basis and all, sir? Hey, that means imagine if there are other investors outside also. You are reducing 10% to them, you are reducing 20% to me. This is not allowed. You have to reduce 20% to them also, me also. Understood? Okay. Sir, what is the guarantee you have reduced it like that only? People, that is the reason you have to get this particular valuation certified by a registered valuer in India or a certified public accountant outside India. These CPS come basically outside India, or valuer registered with any other regulatory authority. These people have to give a valuation that everything is uniform for everyone. Only then we will allow for your diminution, that is your capital reduction. Sir, now when should I get this certificate? It should not be people before 6 months of the transaction. Sir, so if the transaction is happening today, maximum people 6 months. Within this time, you can get the report, not beyond this. It's clear. So if I'm going in December, not before June. Understood? Yes. Okay. This is people your restructuring and people transfer or liquidation. Clear? Okay. Restructuring is done. Schedule 1. Limit for financial commitment. Schedule 4. Schedule 5. Reporting, delay, and that's all. That's all, people. Hardly another 4-5 topics left. I believe you guys are understanding, people. Let me know if you guys do not understand anything. Yes, we can see, and again we can start. Yes, people. But what I tell you, people, till now, whatever we have seen, pause it, go see everything, try to read once. If you still have any doubt, watch it again in 1.5x. Yes, people, done now. I hope you guys paused, went back, came back. Okay. Now we will let us do something called as schedule 1. Now what does schedule 1 say? Manner of making overseas direct investment by Indian entity. Meaning what, sir? Now when an Indian company is making an investment, it is making an ODI. Now what are the things that Indian entity has to keep in mind? So certain rules. Okay, what are the rules? Nothing big for us. Okay. Get scratched this. No. This is there. We'll see this later. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. We'll do this. Schedule 1, people. A ODI by Indian entity. So in schedule C, they have given schedule 1. So if an Indian entity is making a ODI, schedule 1 is applicable. So what does the schedule 1 say? ODI may be made by subscription to MOA. That is initially when the company is set up, a Indian company can invest with SIMs. Bidding or tender, meaning people in a government tender, government biddings, or something like auction, you can participate and you can invest allowed. Third one, people, rights issue or bonus issue, you can, so you have already invested on that, some rights are given to you, you can invest, people. Fourth one, capitalization. What is capitalization, people? Sir, I had supplied some raw materials, people. Imagine the Indian entity has supplied some raw materials to the foreign entity. People, in return, people, I will say, do not give me money. Instead of that, give me shares. This is called as capitalization. They're telling you that is also allowed. Okay. Next one, people, swap of securities. Tata will give you Tata's shares. You give them your shares. Swap. Merger, demerger, or amalgamation, or any other arrangement. So you can invest in any of these ways. It's absolutely allowed. Okay, this is generally, people, a normal company to invest in a foreign entity. This is the rules. The second one, people, ODI in financial services. This is very, very important, people. Try to concentrate. Conditions. What is that, sir? We are trying to invest in a financial service. Meaning what, people? A foreign entity is now, people, into financial services. Sir, for such company, we are planning to make a ODI. The Indian entity is planning to make an investment into a financial services company outside India. Okay. What are the things you need to keep in mind? First one, people, the Indian entity also should be in financial services. Okay. So imagine, people, if you are investing in financial services, you should also be in financial services. If not, you cannot invest. Okay. Next one, you should have net profits in the preceding 3 years. So first you have to have a proven track record of 3 years profits. Okay, don't take it as minus then. 3 years profits. Next one, registered with financial service regulator. So you should be registered with the regulator here. Who is a financial service regulator? By now you know. So you can be a bank, you can be SEBI. Under SEBI there are many. There are mutual funds, there are stock brokers, all these people. IRDA insurance as well as pension fund regulated development authority. So pension funds. So you should be registered with them. Okay. Approval from regulator of both the countries are to be required. Then people, so a Indian entity which is also in financial services, which has a track record of 3 years profits, and people, you are registered with financial service regulator and you have taken all the approvals people from the sectoral regulators, then people you can invest in a foreign company which is into financial services. But sir, imagine I'm not into financial services. The Indian entity is not into financial services. Can I still go and invest people? For this, the second condition comes into picture. Indian entity not in financial service may make ODI in financial service. Sir, I am not in financial service. You can still make investment in financial service systems. When, sir, and what are the condition? Except banking or insurance, meaning people, I can make into yours, absolutely allowed. But it should not be a bank. It should not be a insurance. Sir, then what else is there, sir? I told you, no, mutual funds are there, stock brokers are there, pension funds are there, all are financials only. So you can invest in them, but not in bank, not in insurance. So all the insurance I cannot have, sir. There is further criteria. See here. So banking or insurance cannot invest. However, except general and health insurance which support core activity undertaken overseas. Meaning what people, if you want insurance, they said you cannot know. However, they are telling you, they said insurance you cannot. You can invest in general and health insurance if at all it supports your business in some way or the other. You can invest in a company people which supports your business in some way or the other. You can still invest in insurance sector which is general and health. It is allowed. Life insurance and all is not allowed. Okay. And people, you should have a net profits in the previous 3 years. People, again, I'll sum up everything. What does it say? An Indian entity cannot invest in financial service sector. Yes, sir, provided you should also be in financial service sector. 3 years profits, you should be registered here, and also approvals are taken. Okay. Sir, if I'm not in financial service, sir, can I still invest in financial sector? Allowed people, but you cannot invest in bank and insurance. Sir, in insurance, I cannot invest in everything, sir. In insurance, you can invest in health and your general insurance. Is clear? Yes, sir. And in addition to that, people, you need to have 3 years of profits. Clear? Okay. So now we have a problem. What? In both the conditions, you are telling that we should have 3 years profits. But unfortunately, sir, in the year 20 and 21, 21 and 22, in these 2 years, you guys are aware what happened. What happened in these 2 years? 20 and 2021, 21, 22. Sir, in these 2 years, sir, COVID was in peak. So there were a lot of companies which were not in profits. Sir, so because of which in the last 3 years criteria, I'm not able to prove. So what they said, people, when you're counting your 3 years, exclude these 2 years and you can still count it. It's absolutely allowed. Meaning what, people? Now, for example, imagine we are in 23, 24. So I will count my 22, 23. If my 21, 22, 20, 21 in losses, do not count. Go back to 19, 20, 18, 19. If you are in profits, you can still make it. It's absolutely allowed. So people, these are the overall rules for your financial service sectors investment. Is this clear? Okay, sir. Next one, sir. People, see, limit for financial commitment. What is the maximum I can invest, sir? People, the total financial commitment shall not exceed 400% of net worth. So people, a Indian entity, people, a company is investing abroad. What is the maximum allowed, people? 400% of net worth. This was there even in your previous before amendment also. And we saw one more thing. When is RBI approval required? If at all you're investing more than $1 billion. Both the conditions were there. Sir, when I'm counting this 400%, what and all is included, what and all is excluded? People, it includes utilization of amount raised by ADR, GDR, stock swap as well as ECB. I told you I'll give you a cross reference later. What is that, sir? Sir, I raised abroad, I issued ADR abroad, I got dollars. I issued GDR abroad, I got dollars. Sir, I am asking for ECB, external commercial borrowing, I got dollars. That dollars I'm not bringing back to India, like this only I'm making a ODI. They're telling you, people, this, whatever you are using it directly after conversion, this money is also included in the net worth whatever 400% we are coming to. These investments are also included even though you are not investing through your reserves. Even this also you need to calculate. You need to take it into account. Clear? Next one, sir. It excludes capitalization of retained earnings. What is capitalization of retained earnings, people? It's nothing but bonus shares. For bonus shares, obviously, people, you will not be spending any money. You will not be actually paying. So whatever is the shares you are getting towards that will not be added because it's see, this is nothing but bonus. Because for this you have not paid. So this do not add it is what they are telling. Is clear? So sir, for everyone this is the maximum limit. Sir, everyone this is the limit, people. However, if you are a government sector, basically PSU, public sector undertakings, people, our government has classified our public sector undertakings into something called as Maharatna, Navaratna, Mini Ratna. It keeps on going, people. If you guys do Wikipedia, there is something called as Maharatna, Navaratna, Mini Ratna, Yuva Ratna, Yeno Ratna, something and all is there. Yes, sir. Sir, what are all this, sir? People, it's nothing but people, the public sector undertakings, based upon their performances, government has classified them into certain categories. The categories are called as Maharatna, Mini Ratna, Navaratna. Sir, based upon your performance, you are entitled for some benefits. Yes, now for example, see here. See, Maharatna companies, Coal India, Indian Oil, Hindustan Petroleum, Steel Authority, Bharat Petroleum, GAIL, yes. So all these are Maharatnas. Like these people, you are ONGC is there, yes. So all these people, they are classified. They are classified into Maharatna, Navaratna, Mini Ratna, or even their subsidiaries. If they are making the financial commitment where into strategic sectors, coal, minerals, Rocky Boy and all came, no. If they are making investment into strategic sectors, then the financial commitment, there is no limit of 400% and all, only for them. It's clear? Only for them it is. No, not, it is not for anyone else. It's clear this part, all of you? Okay. So this is your schedule 1. Simple one, people. Done, that is schedule 1. And the rest of and all is very, very easy, people. Schedule 2 is not there in your syllabus, people. Schedule 2 is not there in your syllabus. Okay, directly we'll be doing schedule 4. Okay, schedule 2, schedule 3 is not there in your syllabus. Let us do schedule 4. Okay, sir, schedule 4. Now, what does schedule 4 say, people? Pricing guidelines we saw, transfer liquidation we saw, restructuring we saw, obligation of Indian entity we saw, obligation of PRI we saw. What is obligation of PRI? That 6 months you have to give evidence, no? Manner of making ODI by Indian entity we just saw, no? Financial service sector we saw, limit for financial commitment we saw, 400%. It includes, excludes we saw. Now we are seeing overseas investment by PRI in India other than Indian entity and resident individual. Next is IFSC. Okay, done. Yes, people. Okay, now what are we seeing, people? Sir, if at all now ODI is made, sir. Okay, your overseas investment is made by again person resident in India. Now first one we saw Indian entity. Schedule 2 talks about, Schedule 3 talks about people individual. Schedule 4 talks about people other than entity and individual, other than Indian entity and individual. So who else is left, sir? Simple noda, trust, society. If you remember Indian entity definition, trust, society and all was not there, no? Sir, now what if they are investing? Why will they invest? People trust our society. I'll give you best example. Imagine colleges. Colleges are all trusts only. Sir, can I not set up another college outside India? Why not? Sir, I'm a hospital. Let us take Apollo Hospitals. No, Apollo is a listed company. Sir, there are some other hospitals, people. Now imagine if I want to set up a hospital outside India. Is it possible? Yes, possible. Clear? Yes, people. So, if at all I want to set up a school outside India, college outside India, hospital outside India. So, for them people, this is the ODI allowed. Now, what does that see? A registered trust or society engaged in educational sector or hospitals. Sir, can they make a overseas investment, sir? Yes, with prior approval of RBI. The foreign entity should also be engaged in the same sector, meaning people, Now I'm telling trust and society can invest. I cannot go and invest in Tesla. I have to invest in an educational university only. I have to invest in a hospital only. Same sector I can go and make an investment. Okay. You should be in existence for minimum of 3 years. Now, if you're a trust people, you're a trust deed. Imagine like your company AOA. So articles of association will be there. For a trust deed will provide what to do, what not to do. So in the trust deed, they should have a approval. So in the society, we call it as bylaws. So it should permit for the ODI. Approval of trustees or governing body. Approval of trustees means people in a company you will have directors. In a trust you will have trustees. In a society you will have governing body. Sir, their approval is required. Permission, if any, required by any Ministry of Home Affairs or any other relevant local authority. If their approval, if at all it is required, then you should have taken that also. Yes, sir. So if you take a complete provision, people, all of this is there in the Bare Act. Now, in your syllabus, people, they have not given this all these things in your syllabus. So do not worry, just focus on this. That's all. Now, this is Schedule 4. Yes, the next one, people, Schedule 5. I told you what is IFSC. Now imagine, sir, there is a company situated in the International Financial Service Center. There's a company situated. Can I invest there, sir? Is it allowed? People, yes, people, it is allowed. But remember, don't think why IFSC is coming in FEMA. For the FEMA point of view, IFSC is considered as a foreign entity only. So, see, a PRI may make overseas investment in IFSC in India within the limits, meaning $1 billion, 400%, everything is allowed. Sir, now how much, who, where is it all given? People, if at all it is a entity, you will come under Schedule 1. If at all you are an individual, you will come under Schedule 3. If you are a trust, you will come under Schedule 4. So, OI as per Schedule 1 to 4, same rules will apply. In case of any ODI requiring financial sectors, sector regulators approval, on application made, it shall be decided within 45 days. Once you give an application, the financial service regulator, they will have to give you the approval within 45 days. The Indian entity not in financial services can make ODI in foreign entity which is in financial services except bank or insurance. Same thing. If you are making a foreign investment, a Indian entity, you can make ODI provided you cannot make in bank or insurance. Provide, that is what, Indian entity not in financial services. If you are in financial services, you can make in bank and insurance. Okay, sir, even without meeting net profit criteria. What is this, sir? Indian entity not in financial services can make ODI in foreign entity in financial services except bank or insurance even without meeting net profit criteria. There, people, I told you that COVID thing and all, what? You should have had a profit for 3 years. That requirement is not there here. So if you want to invest in, say, for example, mutual funds, if you want to invest in, say, pension funds, they're telling you people that this condition, 3-year profit condition and all is not required. Is clear? Next one, sir. Resident individual may make ODI in foreign entity, including financial services, except bank and insurance. Same thing. Sir, here you saw Indian entity, here you are seeing from individual. He can also invest its sums in foreign entity. Even in financial service sectors, he can invest its sums, provided not in bank and insurance. In IFSC, if such entity does not have subsidiary or step-down subsidiary, if the resident individual has control in foreign entity, meaning what, people? He can invest in such entity, provided he can invest in other financial services. So financial services, except bank or insurance, he can invest. Bank or insurance, he cannot invest. Okay. However, people, he cannot invest when, people, this financial services, if they have subsidiary companies or step down subsidiary companies, if they have, and whoever is the Indian person investing, if he is also having control over such company, then, people, they are telling you such companies cannot accept the investment from the individual. Again, I repeat, people, I can invest if such entity does not have subsidiary or step down subsidiary. I can invest if such entity does not have subsidiary or step down subsidiary. If it has, I cannot invest. If resident individual has control in foreign entity, then, people, also I cannot invest. Getting the point? Okay. Recognized stock exchanges in international financial service centers will be considered as stock exchanges which are set up outside India only. It will be considered as if it is set up outside India only. Okay. So this is your schedule 4 and schedule 5. Clear? Done? Okay. So next one, sir, reporting requirements for overseas investments. Simple one, people. What is this, sir? Sir, whoever has made investments, people, they have some reporting requirements, it seems. What is that reporting requirements, people? See here. All reportings to be made through AD Bank. So whoever is making a reporting now, whatever you guys have invested, you should make some reporting systems. What is that? A PRI includes everyone making a financial commitment. You have to intimate the time of remittance or making financial commitment, whichever is earlier. You have to intimate people at the time of giving the money or at the time of making financial commitment, whichever is earlier. Sir, what is the difference? At the time of remittance means money is going out. At the time of making financial commitment means people, imagine non-fund based also was there, meaning people, guarantee was there. At that time, you are not giving money, no. So they're telling you when you're giving money or when you're giving guarantee, whichever is earlier. At that time, people, you have to immediately intimate, report it to AD Bank. Okay. Whenever you're making disinvestment, meaning people, you have already made an investment, you're selling all your investments. In 30 days of receipts of proceeds, you have to again make a intimation. Third one, people, restructuring. They are reducing your capital. In such case, people, again in 30 days of restructuring, you guys have to report. Okay. PRI other than resident individual making the transfer of OPI. Sir, report in 60 days from end of half year. What is it, sir? PRI other than resident individual making or transferring OPI. So, sir, Indian entity people, they have made a OPI. Now, imagine they are transferring that. They are telling you, should I report that? Yes, you need to report. When people, you need to report within 60 days from end of half year. What do you mean by that, sir? Imagine people, half year means what, people? September to March. For example, sir, imagine people, September to March. If I make any, say for example, transfer people other than resident individual, meaning I'm talking about Indian entity. If they are making any transfer, I'm selling. Imagine in the month of December. Sir, when will the year complete? In the month of March. Half year will be in March. So people, they are telling you within 60 days from March, you need to report it to AD Bank. Sir, imagine you make a sale in May. What is the next thing? The 6 months will come to September. So people, they have classified the year into two halves. In the first half, if you are doing something, you have to report it by within 60 days from the end of September. If you are doing anything in the second half, you need to report it to AD Bank within 60 days from end of March. So if May, within 60 days of September, I need to report that I have made a sale of so and so value in so and so company to AD Bank. Is clear? Okay, sir. Note, in case of ESOP, reporting is to be done by office or branch or subsidiary in India. So ESOP means people, whenever an individual is given shares, he will not report its sums. Who will report them? It will be reported by the Indian company which is in India. They will report on behalf of the employee. Okay, and sir, the PRI acquiring equity, ODI, whoever is investing in the ODI people, equity, you need to submit something called as annual performance report. How the company is performing, what is happening with the company, how much have you invested, what is the total capital, was there any change in the capital, did you sell anything? So everything you will give people in something called as annual performance report. When, sir, for each foreign entity, meaning if I have invested in 5 entities, I have to give 5 annual performance reports for each of the 5 entities. By 31st December every year. By 31st December every year, I have to give it. If year ends on 31st December, then by 31st December of next year. Meaning people, if at all we are following financial year, that is April to March, then I have time till December 31st people. However, imagine if some company is following, instead of April to March, they are following January to December. Sir, now when should they file? They will file by the December next year. Meaning, sir, imagine this is 23rd Jan to 23rd December, 2023 January to 2023 December. So this year's whatever is the ODI, they have to report it by December 2024. Understood this one? Pakkana? That is what they have given here. Yes, people. Okay. Sir, what if there is a delay in reporting? Whatever you told me to report, I did not report. Now what will happen? So I cannot report it at all. They're telling you people, the PRI not submitting share certificate. What is share certificate? Obligation, the evidence of transfer within 6 months. If you have not done that, or whatever is the reporting that is given here, if you have not done this, then they are telling you people, the reporting can still be done. How? By paying late submission fees. Meaning pay extra fees to the regulator and still you can do it. Oh, I can do it even in 10 years, sir. No, people. By paying extra fees, the last day given to you is 3 years. So the maximum time, extra time given to you is 3 years. Is this clear? Okay. PRI required to submit anything before the publication of these regulations shall be submitted within 3 years from the date of publication. Meaning, sir, when the amendments came into picture, there are still something outstanding. For you, the last time given to you is another 3 years. Within 3 years, whatever the pending documents you have to give, just give it off with the late submission fee. 3 years time is given to you. After that, people, you will not be able to do. After that, what will happen? The last thing that comes into picture is called as people restriction on further financial commitment. What is this, people? A PRI who has made a financial commitment in accordance to rules and regulation shall not make any further financial commitment, whether fund based or non-fund based. Non-fund means guarantee given, something like that, directly or indirectly towards such foreign entity, such investment till any delay in reporting is regularized. So you cannot make any other fresh financial commitments. Nothing can be made until whatever is the reporting you need to do. First do it off, finish it off, only then you can do a further financial commitment. It was clear? Pakkana. Sir, till now whatever we saw was people with regards to securities, which can be invested by a Indian entity or an Indian individual or a trust or society. Is this clear? Sir, when we started, people, we saw one thing. What was that? What are the two regulations? These provisions have been replaced. This particular provision replaced two things. What is that? One was foreign exchange management, transfer or issue of any foreign security, and foreign exchange management, acquisition of transfer of immovable property outside India. Now, people, the last topic that is left, if an Indian person wants to acquire any immovable property outside India, sir, is it allowed? What are the conditions and all? We will see the last criteria left. That's all. After this, people, amendment only is done. There is one last thing left. Is this clear? Sir, restriction on acquiring or transfer of immovable property outside India. So if you are planning to buy a land outside India, if you are planning to buy a building outside India, what are the conditions? First one, sir, if you want to buy the land or immovable property outside India, or if you want to sell it, you need to take a general or special permission of RBI. Only after that you can invest it. So, okay. However, this special or general permission is not required if the acquisition or sale is done by these people. If it is any other person, people, you need to take a permission. If at all you are coming here, people, then no general or special permission is required. For whom? If it is held by PRI, who is a foreign national, meaning, people, you are a PRI, person resident in India, who, let us take our De Villiers. He came here, he has settled here only. But if you look at his citizenship, he is a foreign national. So whatever are his assets in South Africa, he will continue to hold. No. Now, once he became a PRI, so should I sell away all my assets there? Should I start following my FEMA provision? They said, no, not at all required. You can continue to hold. We don't have any problem. Second one, acquired by PRI before 8th July 1947. This is where our partition of India and all took place, people. So if anyone who is staying in India now, PRI, if you have acquired any property outside India, when? Before 8th July 1947, that is where our partition of India took place and Independence Act was written by Britishers. If you were still holding any property outside India, you can still continue. Sir, who will hold, sir? We have Anglo-Indians, no da? whoever are from outsiders, they have continued to settle in India. Your ancestor properties will be there, no? You can continue to hold, absolutely fine. Third one, acquired by PRI on lease, not more than 5 years. You can take on lease, people basically rent. Ownership is not transferred here. So up to 5 years, no approvals required. So only for these three, no approvals required. Is this clear? Yes, okay. Now, however, whatever this general or special permission and this exception, nothing will apply to these people, it seems. Nothing is required when people see. When a PRI is acquiring from a PRI by inheritance, gift, or according to FEMA rules, meaning people, there is an Indian PRI. You are getting a property from another Indian. You are getting it from another Indian. How? By inheritance. Maybe basically people, there was a PRI, this person passed away. All his property will come to you as a legal heir, no? That is your inheritance. Then for that, why should I take permission? Not required. Next one, people gift. This person is gifting. Who will have such rich friends and all? Da? I mean, PRIs and all, gifting and all. Who will have? Generally, people, wedding gifts and all possible, right? The celebrities and all they will give. That is allowed. Okay. Now, purchase as per FEMA. This is also allowed. Okay. Next one, sir, you're getting the property from PROI. Indian is getting from a foreigner, PROI. Now, sir, how by people inheritance allowed? Resident foreign currency account, in the class itself, I've told you what is resident foreign currency account. When you're packing your bags from outside India, you imagine you were working in US. You worked for 5 years. Now you are permanently shifting to India. Whatever your foreign currencies are, you can come back to India and you can open an account in India only. That is called as RFC account, resident foreign currency account. From that, if you're making payments, it's absolutely fine. Why? In the class, I had told you, it is not considered as Indian, I mean, you're not taking foreign currency from RBI. Whatever you have earned outside India, that only you are spending. So absolutely, why should I take permission and all? People, this is important. See here, LRS scheme. Meaning, if you now see what is the maximum a foreign Indian entity can invest outside India, it is 400% of your net worth or $1 billion. That is what we saw now. This is for Indian entity. How much can an Indian invest? I mean, individual invest. People, this is given under LRS limit. What is LRS limit? If you forget, I'll come and hit you there only. People, $250,000 up to that amount you can invest. No. Whether you can do it individually or 2 or 3 relatives in India, you guys can jointly come and invest. Or one person in India and one person who is outside India. Imagine he's in US. Both of you are buying a property together. So he is also investing, you can also invest. So along with your relatives, you can club and invest, and you can also club with your PROI settled outside India. You can send your 250,000, you can club and buy. Everything is allowed. That is what they have written here. See, LRS RFC account or LRF scheme may be consolidated with relatives, jointly with relatives who is PROI. That is also possible. Or out of income or sale proceeds of assets overseas. I already had a property, I will sell that and I can reinvest. Absolutely allowed. Third one, sir, Indian entity. Sir, can I invest in immobile property? Yes, people. Sir, why will Indian entity invest in overseas property? SEDA having overseas office. You have, say for example, Infosys. They have an office in New York. They may acquire immobile property. You can buy immobile property, it seems. Why? For business, you want to set up a building, no? You can buy. Or residence of staff, your employees are going, you are providing them accommodation. For that, you are buying property and you are setting up accommodation, allowed. However, it should be as per RBI directions. The third one is for Indian entity buying a immobile property outside India. The fourth one, sir, the PRI, whoever has acquired immobile property, now 1, 2, 3, you are seeing that a PRI is buying the property. Sir, can he give it away to someone? Can he transfer it? Can he sell it? People, he may gift to eligible PRI. If he wants, he can give it to another PRI also. Or if you want, you can take a loan also on it and you can create charge on it as well. Charge means people, you can mortgage. If you want loan, now imagine Infosys wants to borrow loan. Whatever is the property they have acquired outside India, on that they can borrow loan. Absolutely allowed. This is clear? Pakka na, 100%. People, that is your entire overseas direct investment rules. Any doubt, people? Huh? People, watch once with all this material, pause and see any doubt. Again, once watch everything, people. It will take 2 times, people, hardly. More property is done, na? Okay. So watch once, people. If you still have any doubt, you can reach out. But what I tell you is watch twice. Once, if you see everything, everything will be clear. This is clear? Yes, sir. Okay. That is your amendment, sir. Sir, and there's a last amendment, people. The last amendment, people, is in Consumer Protection Act 2019, people. According to Consumer Protection Act, let us open what we wrote. Okay. Sir, according to Consumer Protection Act, the jurisdiction of District Commission, State Commission, National Commission. Jurisdiction of District Commission, State Commission, National Commission. Their pecuniary thing, people, what is that we'll see. Sir, District Commission, the following pecuniary jurisdiction. District Commission, people, does not exceed 50 lakh rupees. State Commission, people, 50 to 2 crore. National Commission, people, exceed 2 crores. Sir, District Commission, people, the pecuniary limit, value of goods or services paid as consideration does not exceed, we have written 1 crore, people, here it becomes 50 lakhs. Yes, sir. Now, State Commission, people, we would have written 1 crore to 10 crore, people, this has become 50 lakhs to 2 crore. National Commission, people, that is your last limit, that is your exceeding 2 crore. Yes, sir, this is the only amendment, people, in Consumer Protection Act. Yes, sir, consumer consideration paid exceeding 2 crore. So basically 2 crore 1 rupee comes here. 2 crore 1 rupee. Yes, sir, here 50 lakh 1 rupee to 2 crore. This will be up to 50 lakh rupees. 50 is inclusive in District Commission. Yes, people, these are the only changes in your Consumer Protection Act. Apart from that, people, nothing else is given. Actually, in fact, I'll tell you, there are amendments, people, but for your supplement, whatever is given by your institute, they have not included that in your materials. So I'll also not unnecessarily, brainwash your thing and all. Whatever you have studied is more than sufficient. Read this and go. From ODI part, you can expect 1 or 2 questions. Try to pay maximum focus on the definitions. I feel definitions are very important. Let me know whether you guys understood or not. I will also give you a link to download this. And second thing, people, as I always say, no matter which videos you have watched, always watch amendments of 2 previous things, whatever is applicable. Meaning, now you will be watching this amendment, plus also watch whatever I have recorded for December 22 amendment. Make sure you watch this, only then you can go easily to the exam. This is clear, pakka na? Chalo, that's it from my end, people. Thank you so much. See you. Bye-bye. Wish you guys all the best. Do well in your exams. See you guys, people. Bye-bye.